Hey there, it's Waste Potential 616 back again with some more comic reviews, and I've got 3 Marvel comic books to talk about. Okay, let's get started with Secret Warriors issue 16, another brilliant issue by Hickman. He's really getting underway now. You know, all the various storylines that he's done here are moving forward really well, and he crams a lot in here. There's a war that breaks out between Hydra and Leviathan. We get a little origin story of one of the members of the Hydra Council. We get a big twist at the end, big reveal. Get some interaction between some of the Secret Warriors. We get Nick Fury behind the scenes planning with some of his other teams. There's a lot going on here, and as with, you know, I've said in the past with this title, you need to have read this series to sort of know what's going on. But if you have, it's priceless. It's really good. It's kind of a double-edged sword with this with this title, because I know it's finite, which is a shame, because it's going to be ending soon, which is a shame because I'm going to miss the title. But it's kind of good to know in the end, because I know we're going to get a conclusion to this, you know, big story that Hickman's beautifully crafted, you know. So yeah, once again, another brilliant issue, and the artwork's nice as well. Okay, one of the Heroic Age #1s. It's Secret Avengers #1. Brubaker and Diodato from new Dark Avengers. I enjoyed this title. This is good. Interesting concept. Guess former Captain America Steve Rogers got his own little espionage team, and it's interesting. It's a nice #1 issue. Brubaker does a good job of establishing his team, although sort of read, and you get the feeling in this that it's not going to be so much a team in the traditional sense, that it's going to be a team sort of like they're going to go off in 2s and 3s to do various jobs for the overall mission that Steve Rogers sets out for them. But it's interesting, you know. I'm not completely sold on this series, you know, but I enjoyed the issue, and it's got me interested. You know, it's cool having these characters put together. It's a bit random, you know, having Moon Knight, Nova, and Beasts, and Valkyrie, all of them all together on the same team. But it all kind of makes sense the way Brubaker presents it, and he, the way he presents them in this one issue, he lets the audience know why each of these characters is chosen for his group, and it makes perfect sense. Now, Nova, the space character, you know, why would he need to be in an espionage book? It's explained brilliantly in this. It really is good. And obviously, having Steve Rogers, you know, leading the team, and it being Brubaker, it feels a lot like, you know, Captain America and Brubaker's Captain America run, you know, still going, but you know, when Steve Rogers was in it, and you know, it sort of had Falcon and the Black Widow, and it almost had a teamy element to it, you know, and it's kind of an extension on that, you know, but with, you know, random characters like Moon Knight and War Machine. As I say, it all makes sense why these characters are in there. So the story that it's set up, you know, it's interesting. Not too much is revealed, but stuff like the Serpent Crown, some stuff on Mars. It's getting there. It's wrong. It's got me intrigued. So I recommend you pick this up and give it a go. Right, now the title I want to give a bit more time to. Hope I've got enough. Thunderbolts issue 144. They could have relaunched this as a #1. I'm kind of glad they didn't, but this is a brilliant issue. I really enjoyed this. It's kind of relaunching, you know, new status quo of the Thunderbolts. I'm going to miss the the previous team. It was interesting. Yeah, it's kind of a new concept. Cage has been put in charge of the Thunderbolts team. There's going to be a core team, but basically he can just go to the raft and get whatever supervillains he wants for various teams. It's him getting his team members together and just sort of explaining the concept a bit. Not too much happens, but it's just the way things are laid out. The build-up is really, really good. The character interactions top notch. Luke Cage is written so well in this, and you get the feeling that his character is going to be given a real chance to shine as a team leader here. It's also great seeing some of the original Thunderbolts in this. Songbirds in this. Mark 5, or is it Mark 6 now? I can't remember his piece. And it's nice there, and Fixers in it as well, and they're kind of wardens to the prison as well, and it's a nice touch. You know, you get some of the classic Thunderbolts feel to it, and once again, it's interesting. The reasons for why each character has been chosen is laid out, and it all makes sense. There's a brilliant scene with Luke Cage and Songbird, just the way they interact. I won't go into it, but it's cool. And there's Man-Thing included in the team, although I don't want to spoil it. There's a specific reason why he's on the team, and that's a really interesting idea. And there's a great last page where a character is revealed. It's very interesting. I've got a feeling that this character, I don't want to spoil it, it might not be legit. I think it might be part of a training process for the team. But still, it's nice to include that character in this. It feels like they've taken all the incarnations of the Thunderbolts, except that shitty Fight Club thing they had, and just sort of melded it into this issue, this new premise, and it works. It really does. I really recommend this. Even if you haven't picked up the Thunderbolts before, it's kind of a new concept now, this new sort of relaunch, new status quo. So yeah, pick this up. Nice artwork as well. Yeah, I think that's about it. I just really recommend this. I've got high hopes for this book. It's just written really well, and it just has it has a good feel to it, you know. And as I say, having all these aspects of various Thunderbolts and incarnations, you know, I feel it's going to be a mixture of the best of all the various Thunderbolts. So there you go. And I'll say again, Luke Cage written well, and it really makes it. I thought it was going to be a bit cliche having him as the leader of this group because he was in prison once, but it's explained very, very well. So anyway, before I run out of time, there you go. Pick this up. Thunderbolts, yay.